quickest and the smoothest way to healing through our anxiety is simply by being able to sit with the anxiety, understanding the anxiety, and becoming curious about what the anxiety is pointing to. Because at the end of the day, like I love to repeatedly say on this channel, because it liberated me, is that anxiety is only a symptom. Anxiety is a symptom of us being disconnected from ourselves, or anxiety is just asking us to look at something within our internal world. So with that, I welcome you back to another opportunity to learn, to unlearn, grow, and evolve as a community. We're doing the work independently, but there are a lot of us here on this journey to creating a new quality of life for ourselves. And so as I talk about understanding our anxiety, becoming curious about our anxiety, I bring up one of my absolute favorite practices in actually being able to do this, which is meditation. And I talk about meditation all the time because it was my journey into the internal world. And so in order to sit with our anxieties, our thoughts, our emotions, difficult feelings, we need to create some level of emotional intelligence, right? Some level of space between us and the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings that we're experiencing so that we don't get lost in them. We don't identify with them because, again, we are not our thoughts. We are not our emotions. And that allows us to consciously respond or show up or sit with these emotions so that we can understand them and try and see what they are pointing to, what they are trying to show us that needs to be resolved or looked at, instead of, again, getting lost in them and reacting to them. That is what meditation breeds in us, that emotional intelligence to sit with, understand, and use our anxiety to our benefit so that we could use it as a trampoline to the height, the quality of life that we want, right? It's like a speed boost in Mario Kart. That's what meditation allows us to do with practice. And so with that said, to create this space, to create this practice, I figure we meditate together today as a community. And so that's why I'm sitting in this different atmosphere than you'd usually find me in. And I'm going to invite you to find a spot that is comfortable to you, a spot where you could sit upright because that promotes wakefulness instead of laying down, which sometimes promotes sleep. And a spot where you're not going to be distracted, someone's going to come in and bother you, where you could just call home for a minute. And you could pause the video now if you need to go find this spot, and then you could resume, and we're going to get into the practice. Great. So once you have found the spot and you're seated comfortably, you got your feet on the floor, back upright, and you could just let your hands and your arms rest in your lap. And we're just going to begin by taking a few deep inhales in through the nose and exhales out through the nose. Just arriving. Inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. And in through the nose, deep in behind the belly button, and out through the nose. And as you continue this pattern of breathing, gently allowing your eyes to soften, to close, and allowing your body, maybe your neck or your shoulders, to just relax. Maybe to move around to release some tension or some energy. And beginning by becoming aware of the bottom of your feet against the ground. Feeling the pressure of the floor beneath you, the temperature of the floor beneath you, and the texture of the floor beneath you. And really being able to feel the support of the floor beneath you. And with each inhale in and exhale out, allowing yourself to rest into this environment, knowing that you are safe and you are supported. And then just coming a step up from your feet, through your legs, and right to your butt. And becoming aware of the sensation of sitting. And the sensation of gravity inviting you down into the support of this chair, or this bed, or this couch. Feeling the weight of your body being supported by this chair. And becoming aware of the sensation, the texture, the pressure, the temperature of your body against this chair. And again, with each inhale in and exhale out, allowing yourself to rest into this support that much more. Remembering that you are safe and you are supported. And recognizing that as you had your awareness on your feet, on the chair beneath you, your breath continued to inhale and continued to exhale all on its own. Continuing to ground you, to relax you into this environment. And allowing your awareness now to become aware of one area within the flow of your breath where you feel it the most. Perhaps you feel it the most as it greets your nostrils with each inhale, or maybe the back of your throat, or maybe the rise and the fall of your belly and your chest. And allowing your awareness to saturate this point in the flow of your breath. Allowing your awareness to sit with this area of the breath with each inhale in and exhale out. Becoming aware of the different sensations, maybe temperature, muscles, that are associated with this area of the breath. And inevitably, as your awareness sits with this area of the breath, thoughts will begin to arrive within your mind. And as they do, allowing yourself to notice them as they appear. Notice them as they make themselves aware in your mind's eye, while allowing yourself to simply let go of them and return to this area of the breath, the sensation of breathing. Some thoughts stickier than others, maybe appearing in the mind repeatedly. And as these thoughts spontaneously arise in your mind's eye, allowing yourself each time to notice their arrival and bring your awareness back to the sensation of breathing. And just as thoughts spontaneously arrive in our mind's eye, so too do emotions and feelings arrive within our body. Maybe experiencing the emotion of joy, or sadness, or frustration or anger. As they arrive spontaneously, just like thoughts, allowing ourselves to notice their presence while coming again back to the sensation of breathing. Sitting within our breath as we experience the phenomena of the emotions, the energy and motion passing through our experience. You might feel these emotions in your chest. You might feel these feelings in your legs. No matter where they are in the body, allowing them to be felt while you sit with the awareness of your breath. Just as a mountain continues to be a mountain, no matter rain or sun, snow or sand, no matter what weather comes its way, at the end of the day, it continues to be a mountain, grounded in its presence. And just as emotions and thoughts spontaneously make their way into our experience, so too do physical sensations. A pinch of the skin, a tight muscle, and as they do, as they make themselves known, spontaneously arriving into our experience, we allow ourselves once more to recognize their arrival and come back to the sensation of breathing, saturating the flow of our breath, this area of our breath, with our awareness. It's on a regular basis that we are bombarded with stimuli. The notification of our phone, the spasm of a muscle, somebody asking for our attention, a sound in the distance, constantly asking for our attention. And allowing them to be as they are, without trying to manipulate, change any of the things coming our way, trying to take us off balance. We get to come back to ourselves, to come back to our own energy, to come back to our core selves, and simply becoming aware once more of the flow of our breath. And in doing, creating space between us and all that is asking for our attention. And in this last minute, just allowing yourself to start fresh, to start again. Fully saturating the flow of your breath with your awareness. Beautiful. And just before we come back to our space together, to put a bow on this experience, to put the cherry on top, I invite you to bring to your heart, bring to your mind's eye, one thing that you are grateful for about yourself. One piece of gratitude that you have specifically for yourself. And taking as much time as you need. And even pausing the video to take a few more deep breaths to yourself and to really sit in this gratitude you're sharing with yourself. And when you're ready, coming back into our space with this energy you've uncovered and created. Beautiful. So this meditation, it brings us through the different main pieces of our regular day experience. The thoughts that we consistently have, the emotions that we consistently have, maybe physical sensations, and you can even get into sounds, you can even get into visuals, when you have your eyes closed, the visual world. And in all these experiences, they're all competing for our attention. And so when we could look at them in that internal world through meditation and come back to ourselves in each moment that they ask for our attention, in each moment that they spontaneously arrive, that we come back to ourselves, that creates that space. That creates that detachment, healthy detachment from whatever it is that's asking for our attention, from the triggers that are maybe triggering our anxiety in the first place. And so after we do that, we have the ability to just look at it for what it is without getting lost in it, which opens the doors again to becoming curious about what it is our anxiety is asking us to look at, what it's pointing to, so that we can heal it and have that quality of life that we want. And if you found this meditation to be beneficial, there's more meditations that I am going to be doing. And also, I have an insight timer, just Marcello La Greca, all free meditations that you could do at any moment. And if this was your first meditation, well done. This is like a 15-minute meditation that you just allowed yourself to drop into. And it's a practice, right? So the first meditation is definitely not the easiest one typically, and the practice only gets better from there, right? As maybe some of the more experienced meditators might know. So congratulations on completing your first one, or congratulations on completing your 1,000th one. Aside from that, I look forward to hearing how this practice resonated with you and maybe what came up for you within this practice. And leaving those comments down below, or even feel free to reach out to me personally on Instagram. We can have a private conversation. Aside from that, I invite you to bring this energy into the rest of your day. And remember, I am now offering one-on-one coaching so that we could take some of these practices that I talk about on my channel and put them into a personalized approach. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video on Instagram or in the comments below. I'm sending you big love, and take that gratitude with you. Maybe even practice it again tomorrow. Much love.